So Pusha T just said diss tracks are dead to him. And that's fine. That's his opinion. I absolutely disagree. But that's just opinion to opinion. The reason I wanted to make this video is his reasoning, what he said, is almost provably untrue. Now, Pusha T, one of my favorites, especially out right now. King Push. I rap nigga about trap niggas. I don't sing hooks. All of that. If Let God Sort 'Em Out wins album of the year, I'm gonna be super happy. But we gotta have this little barbershop debate. Yeah, you know I love this. Let's get right into it. We gonna read this. It's gonna be in one of these conversation videos. I love doing these videos. And if any one of my YouTube hip hop space friends wants to debate this, I would love to debate this with Pusha. Please hit me up because I'm kind of confused on what he's saying. But let's get right into it. By the way, hit that subscribe button. I don't say that often. Statistically, majority of people who are watching this aren't subscribed. Make sure you hit that. And I know it's not your fault. Just you might have forgot. Go hit that. That helps us a lot. And hit this thumbs up button. But let's go ahead and read this. Ren Graves wrote this, and off of The Consequence. Pusha T says diss tracks are dead to me. Okay. Like Picasso growing bored of paint, Pusha T says that diss tracks are dead to me. Now let's keep going in. In a new interview with Consequence, the L. Ron Hubbard of The Cupboard, fire, explains that's got to be a Pusha line, explains that it's not the same ransom anymore. That's hard. That's a hard way to say it. Back in the day, to me, I felt like it could be career ending. Now it's not. It doesn't hold as much weight. You still get another shot, and you still get another shot at it, it seems like. Now remember that. Now hold that. That's my first point of contention. Remember that. We're going to read all of this, but we're going to go through this. Now he said, it's not the same ransom anymore, which is fire. That's a fire way to say it. I'm about to start saying that when things are different. Dragon Ball Z Super just ain't the same ransom. You know what I mean? Just ain't the same ransom. You feel me? That's hard. But remember that he said it doesn't hold as much weight. They used to be career ending. All right. Then he goes on to say, I've kind of been through the chapter and I'm over it. He continues. I'm somewhere right now where I don't even want to make music with other people. And I guarantee you that has to do with the whole Travis Scott situation, the leaking. I feel him. I absolutely respect that. I feel him. Nevertheless, anybody else in my music or be focused on my music. What we're doing right here, to me, is next level. I feel like the taste level is above everything else. Facts. They dropped a straight cinematic audio masterpiece somehow. Let God Sort 'Em Out is a movie, brother. Even being caught up in the world of it. I don't like even the world of the people of the back and forth. I agree with that. If I don't see eye to eye with you, there's probably things I don't want to be there about. You know what I'm saying? So he's basically saying I don't want to even indulge with people that I don't mess with no more. This, that, and the third. And another point I'm gonna give him that I fully agree with. I don't like even the world of the people of the back and forth. Now he said that kind of weird, but I'm assuming he's saying like I just don't like what fandom has done, standom has done to battles, because the people that do the back and forths, what he's talking about are the stands. And I can see, and like that's what I get from it is the stands, because if there's one element that I think that has made it harder to enjoy certain elements of everything, it's standem. It's absolutely standem. You know me, no matter how I feel about somebody, whatever, almost to my own detriment, if you say some fire, if you drop some good music, it's a reflex. I have to say it. I might even have to go, I don't like this nigga, but this is za. You understand me? I even get attacked for being too fair when it comes to battles sometimes. But when it comes to the discussion of it, and I noticed this with the Drake and Kendrick stuff when I try to have discussions with people and seeing like the discussions that happen on Twitter on both sides, I go, yeah, these niggas aren't fans of it. I think these niggas aren't fans of this at all. They're not. And I think in order to have like great hip hop debates, especially with battles and stuff like that, you gotta be a fan of hip hop first over the subjects that you're talking about. And it's not just hip hop. I believe to have an actual constructive, good NBA debate of who's the greatest, you gotta have to have somebody who loves the NBA more than they just love Michael Jordan or LeBron James. That's how you're gonna get the best conversation of it. Barbershop type conversations, right? And when there's and that doesn't just music, that's politically, entertainment, that's everything. Movies, music, sports, everything. And stand-up has definitely destroyed, and there's some even like creators that are so obviously with it where you go like, all right, bruh, I get it, bruh. Yeah, I mean, don't ever forget I was one of the only people that was like, argued that the Heart Part 6, no matter how you feel and it aged bad, I still don't think it was written lazy. He just said dumb things in it. So, anyway. And he a goofball and he lost the battle. Just had to put that out there. Okay. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it real, but I'm going to jab you a little bit. During our interview, Malice, his brother and partner in Clips, backed him up with the reference to one of Jay-Z's most iconic disses tracks, Takeover. He raps, a wise man once told me don't argue with fools because people from the distance can't tell who is who. Fire. Remember that point. It's funny that they even brought up Takeover. Remember that point. Remember that one. So we're going to remember the first where Pusha T said back in the day, it felt like they were career ending and it doesn't hold as much weight. And then remember that they brought up Takeover. Because you kind of, that's why I say like, Pusha, y'all kind of killed your point a little bit even saying that. But I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to show you why. All right, so Pusha T is responsible for some of the most unforgettable diss tracks never to have been performed at the Super Bowl. Whoever wrote this got jokes, including the story of Adidon Ether, which put Drake through the ringer, the new Clips album, the Clips banger, So Be It, which rags on Travis Scott, and Clips Chains and Whips would take shots at Drake's pal, Jim Jones, and a lengthy discography of attacks on Lil Wayne. But now, according to Cocaine's Dr. Seuss, oh my, it's kind of dead to me. It's the ransom of whatever. It's kind of dead to me. It's the ransom what a diss track used to be. There was a clear winner. Somebody would really bow out, and then that's it. The last man standing. Now it's just a whole bunch of noise. Even after the winner wins, it's still noise, and it's like, man, what is this for? Okay. Now, I agree with. Let me put this one up because this is the conversation on Twitter. I agree with Pusha T with some of the things that he was saying there, right? I agree with Pusha T with some of the things he was saying, where the state of the discourse in hip hop, not just hip hop, in everything, is deteriorating fast. Because I feel like there's a lot of bad faith actors who understand engagement and don't care really of what they're doing or trying to get people to engage with. Once Elon monetized literal engagement, the discourse went up. And he's right there. But these quotes that I pulled up here are the ones I want to talk about. Back in the day, to me, I felt like it could be career ending. Now it's not. It doesn't hold as much weight. You're still getting another shot, and it seems like. Okay. This is what I got to say. I am a hip-hop historian. Pusha T, or anybody who agrees with the sentiment, name to me the rapper whose career was ended or didn't get another shot after a diss track or an awful loss. I'll wait. Because I know what a lot of people are going to try to say, but that's how I know you don't really know what you're talking about. Let's even talk about, let's go down the list. Let's go down the list. Was Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, or even Jerry Heller's career ended after No Vaseline? No. No. NWA didn't split up because of No Vaseline. Dr. Dre's career didn't end because of No Vaseline. Eazy-E had Bone Thugs and Harmony after No Vaseline. No. It didn't. Jerry Heller was still working with him after No Vaseline. No, it didn't. They split up for different reasons. It wasn't because of No Vaseline. All right, let's keep it going. Let me think of some. It's ironic. Matter of fact, I'm trying to go through chronologically. Okay, Tupac and Biggie. Let's go through Tupac and Biggie. Was Biggie's career ended after Hit 'Em Up? No. If you even think that for a second, you have to not know what Life After Death did. And these are some of the most potent diss tracks that have ever happened. Hit 'Em Up is one of the most potent. Did that end Biggie's career? Not in the slightest. Did Biggie get another chance after Hit 'Em Up? Absolutely. Okay, let's keep going. And remember when I said, remember that they brought up Takeover. Let's read what he said. During our interview, Malice, his brother and partner in Clips, backs him up with the reference to one of... Now, remember what he's backing him up. He's backing up the statement that diss tracks aren't as potent, and now people still have chances after them, and diss tracks used to be career-ending. Okay. And they bring up one of Jay-Z's most iconic diss tracks, Takeover. It's funny you say that, because let's unpack that. What was Takeover a response to? What was Takeover? What battle was Takeover in? It was in the Jay-Z versus Nas battle. You know what came out of the Jay-Z versus Nas battle? Ether. Ether is such a potent diss track, it became like a colloquialism where you now say something got ethered. It landed in Webster's dictionary. That's how much of belt to ass Nas put on Jay-Z. Was Jay-Z's career ended after that? Absolutely not. Jay-Z's biggest moments in his career still hadn't even happened yet. Did Jay-Z get another chance after after Takeover? Do I got it? Yes. Let's keep it going. And I know the one. Let's stop. Let's go to the one that I know everybody's gonna say. What about Ja Rule? I know that's the one. That's the one that's tainted the conversation of battles in hip hop, because now what people expect to happen after a battle has skewed. But let's keep it real. So Ja Rule, his career definitely took a major hit. But he did get another chance. New York, I'm from New York. New York was a massive hit that was after the battle. And let's really even dissect that battle, because remember, Pusha T is talking about a diss track ending somebody's career. Ja Rule was never looked at the same after he went to battle. Ja Rule's career maybe never even really felt the same after that. But where we're not being all the way honest is where we're speaking like it wasn't one diss track that ended Ja Rule. It wasn't Back Down that ended Ja Rule. It wasn't Wanksta that ended Ja Rule. Eminem gave Ja Rule about 3 diss tracks. Busta Rhymes was dissing Ja Rule. DMX was dissing Ja Rule. Dr. Dre was dissing Ja Rule. Then 50 Cent was dissing Ja Rule. There were 7 niggas dissing Ja Rule, and they all made dedicated diss tracks. So if you want to say after 7 diss tracks, so the only person whose career has taken like a massive hit and never looked the same after a battle was Ja Rule, but it wasn't because of one diss track. It was because the biggest people in the industry at that time were all attacking him. So I go back to say, where is Pusha T getting this information? What time and back in the day was a battle career ending? Whose career ended because of one battle? Who didn't get another chance after I listed the worst body bags in battle rap, in industry battle rap. They kept going. Even in battle rap. People say one of the worst body bags is Low Deluxe's third to Calico. Calico got another shot after that. There is nowhere in the competition of battle rap where a nigga's career is over after they lose a battle, after they lose one. It's just not true. And I feel like this is speaking to something else that happens all the time? Recency bias. It's recency bias. Pusha T is clearly frustrated with the state of hip hop discourse right now. And I get it because I am too. A lot of us are. What he's doing though, I think he's putting nostalgia glasses on, which we always do, and act like back then everything was better and now it's not. Because what he's saying is vehemently not true. It's not true. It's absolutely not true. Absolutely not true. And I've given every example. I've given every of the worst bodies, the worst battles, and whose career stopped after that. Did Mariah Carey's career end after Eminem went back and forth with her? Nick Cannon's career didn't end after. Nick Cannon had multiple battles with M after that, and every time it dropped, people cared. So it's like, I think we do this a lot, whether it's, this is just back in the day-ism, where we always believe things were better back in the day, and we never take into consideration we were younger and more naive. We had more people covering and protecting and curating the things we saw because we weren't as old as we are now. All it's nothing is better or worse. Things aren't better or worse because of a time. What's happening is you're becoming more of an adult, so you're taking off those rose-colored glasses that you had. The further you get away from the biggest things in your life was Power Rangers and Dragon Ball Z, the more darker things get. No, things weren't better. Diss tracks weren't more potent back then. We just didn't have the information. And this is another thing where social media does, is it allows everybody to have an opinion. So now we see everybody's opinion. But and another thing that he said where it's kind of dead to me. It's there was a clear winner. Push, that's also not true. That's also not true. There's always been a consensus winner in a battle. That has never changed from the beginning of battles, of hip hop, from the beginning of battle rap to not. There's always a consensus. There's never 100%, right? And that's the reason why barbershop conversations happen. I grew up in barbershops where people were, people still debate Jay-Z versus Nas. That's half the fun of a battle. If two professional rappers are rapping, honestly, no one person should get demolished to a point where there's no argument, right? It's happened, but not where it's there's no battle that's ever happened in hip hop where you cannot find somebody who disagrees with the consensus. There's people who think Drake won. They're wrong. There's people who think Jay won. Jay-Z's my favorite rapper outside of Kendrick. And I concede that he lost that battle. Now, I will make the argument. I think time may take over a little better, but I'm not even going to get in that argument right now. But you see, even me, the consensus is ether. But I can make arguments that Takeover was a lot better. So I just don't, this isn't true. I feel like this is an important video for me to do because it speaks on the recency bias of everything. Because I think sometimes when we think of recency bias, we always think of it positively. Like we always say things are better because we just heard it. Recency bias is also negative, where we think everything is worse because we just heard it. And we've just been conditioned and we already believe that things were better back then. So we're just doing different things to make that true. That's all. So no, there was never a time when 100% of the people agreed to who won a battle. No, there was never a time when a single battle or diss track ended a nigga's career. And no, there was never a time in which a rapper didn't get another chance. If Ja Rule got another chance with New York, then there wasn't. Believe it or not, you might not like Drake, whatever. And I've said this throughout the battle, Drake's career is not necessarily over. It's not over. What I think is he'll never reach the certain heights. We might not ever see, and I might be wrong about that, but we might not ever see Hotline Bling, God's Plan ever again. And he might be on the more slide lull of his career, the bottom half, right? And we might have seen all his highlights. We might have seen him got all his rings. He's not going to get thrown out the league. As he drops, people are going to listen. That's just what it is. So I love Pusha. I feel like it's a healthy debate to have. I wish I had somebody in person to debate with about it because I don't agree with this at all. And I feel like even if I sat down with Pusha and talked this through, I feel like he would even maybe state like, okay, maybe I oversaid that, but yeah. But let me know what you think in the conversation. And hey, whoever agrees with them, if it's Curtis, huh, Company Man, huh, Rap Latte, if one of y'all want this debate smoke, come see me. Come see me. Shout out to all y'all, man.